Before I begin talking about the M8 Nebula or the Lagoon Nebula, I'd like to discuss a little bit and share with you its founder. So Giovanni Battista Odierna was born on April 13th, 1957 in Ragusa, Sicily, and he was the son of a shoemaker. And traditionally, when you are born as the son of a shoemaker, you typically follow in the footsteps. Instead, Odierna went on to become a priest. Outside of his duties as a priest, he enjoyed practicing astronomy as well as natural philosophy, physics, and other sciences. So, Odierna was great for a few reasons. He was the first individual to study 3 comets in the span of a year. Those years were between 1618 and 1619, where he was from. He did this through a Galilean telescope. Another fun fact about Odierna was that he developed his own telescope. It was never given, a proper name or given the notoriety it deserved, but I thought that was really neat. So Odierna did go on to pass on April 16th, 1660. He was honored by the astronomical community, and he received an asteroid in his honor. I think that's really neat. I would love to have an asteroid in my name. I'm forever with the universe. But that was it on Odierna, and it's the founder of M8. So now that we know who the founder of M8 is, I'd like to tell you what a nebula is. So a nebula is just a giant cloud of dust and gas in space. They're typically created from the explosion of a dying star, such as a supernova. So imagine just like this colossal star blowing up in the sky and gas and dust just being spread out. And so typically these, nebula are composed of hydrogen and helium. And so the gas within these nebula is very spread out. So that makes the nebula itself dense. What gives the nebula its form is the gravity. So it clumps the nebula together, which creates this massive, massive, cloud of dust and gas, and it's just beauty. So as you see here in this picture, this is the Lagoon Nebula. And the blue dots in this picture, those are stars, and they're very luminous. So you see in that picture that, like that looks gorgeous, right? That is all gas, dust, just flying through space. And that's all the Lagoon Nebula is. So we'll see where it's located at now. This is an animation of the Sagittarius constellation, where it's located. And in the next picture, we'll get a better idea of where. So you see it denotes at the top. It's in the northern region, right above the Sagittarius constellation. This nebula is typically better viewed from the northern hemisphere. It's still hard to see with the naked eye. It's not very distinct at all in the sky, but you can see it during the summer, primarily during the summer. Okay, so the last thing I want to touch on is the nebula itself. So the M8 received its name because it was the 8th entry in Messier's catalog of nebulas and constellations, or actually stars, I should say. The red dot on your screen there is of the Herschel star. It's one of the hottest 2 stars in the nebula, the other being the Sagittarius. The nebula itself is about 130 light years in distance, so its radius, and it's about 5,000 light years from us. So it's amazing that we can still see it with the naked eye. So its declination of -24 degrees give people in the southern region an advantage to view it because, it's lower and the perspective is a little better from that area. Its right ascension is about 18 hours and 22 minutes, while its declination, like I stated, is about -24 degrees. So the last image I'm going to be displaying on the screen here in just a second is of the Hubble telescope displaying visible and an infrared image. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.